Good day, Internet people, it's Jess here once again, and today I thought it'd be interesting to take a look through my Pokemon Home account and have a look at what I've currently got deposited in Pokemon Home. So I've been playing Pokemon games since the original ones, and there are certain Pokemon in my Pokemon Home which have been with me for a very long time. Obviously not from the original Game Boy because those ones weren't able to be transferred forward, but I've basically got some stuff in here that goes back all the way to Ruby and Sapphire. So I've got a nice old collection of Pokemon in here. Some of them are approaching 20 years old themselves, which is kind of crazy to think about. So yeah, they've been with me through thick and thin, so I thought we'd have a look through my Pokemon box. So you can see I've currently got around 3,500 Pokemon currently deposited in my Pokemon Home. Now there is a lot of duplicate stuff in here. Let me just log straight into the home. So what we can do is just have a look at what we've got. So what I'm going to do is begin by jumping through to the box list view, I believe. Box spaces. There, right. Okay, so if we jump to past the holding cells, we start off with my main Pokédex, which is kind of like my living dex. Obviously there's a few Pokemon which aren't in here anymore because of the lack of home integration for Pokemon Legends Arceus. None of those new Pokemon and new forms are in this yet. And I'm not sure my regional variants boxes are completely up to date, but you can see here the actual Pokedex says 1 to 30 all in, 31 to 60, and we can go through. And obviously this is something that I've worked on over many years. I don't know how old any individual Pokemon in here will be. I mean, some of them might be quite recent ones, or some of them might be really old. I don't know if you can actually see. It seems to have been met in the Johto region. It doesn't seem to say when. But yeah, some of them will have been with me for the better part of the last 2 decades. This is where we find a gap and I'll start panicking. You can see we go up through the generations, all the way up to the latest Sword and Shield Pokemon, ending with the stuff from the latest DLC as well, with the new Regis, Calyrex and the 2 new horses. So that's as up to date as that can be in terms of the main Pokédex. I've got a few spaces reserved for the next lot. There's my Galarian forms, so I think I'm missing a Galarian Slowking. There might be something else in there. Obstagoon isn't really a form as a new Pokemon, so that is back in the main section. And then we've got the Alolan forms. So obviously we'll be making a new box at some point for the Hisuian forms, for the new Arceus stuff. Then we go through a bunch of empty boxes before we get to ones which are sorted by type, and these aren't really worrying too much about what's in them. They're not in any kind of order, they're just thrown in basically by type. So that's basically what you'd call the bulk of stuff. So a lot of this I'll use for trading or breeding purposes. If I want to do some kind of shiny breeding, I might just randomly pick one of these. Normal poison. So we go all the way through these ones, and that's all neatly sorted out. But then we get to the jumble. So soon, there we go. This is basically randoms. So that scissor looks like one I've probably used because it's level 90. Those 3 there, I reckon, are probably from my party at some point, maybe even the alchemy. You can see a lot of them are also from Pokemon Go because they've got the little G symbol that you see in the top left of an image. That indicates it's a Pokemon from Pokemon Go, so you can see particularly when I get to the shiny boxes, you'll see that logo quite a lot because it's really easy to find shinies in Pokemon Go. Even though I am a free-to-play player, the community days are usually pretty good. So yeah, these are basically random boxes of duplicates for Wonder Trade and General Trade. There might be some in there which are just kind of good fighters that have retired a little bit. And then we've got Legends, so they're roughly by generation. So you've got Gen 1 and Gen 2, Gen 3, Gens 4 and 5, a bit of Gen 6, 7, 8 in these last couple of boxes. It doesn't have all of them because a lot of them are over in the living decks if I've only got one of them, so these are like the duplicate ones. And then we go into my shiny boxes, which are sorted by generation but not necessarily very neatly. So shiny generation 1, and a lot of these generation 1s are also from the Let's Go Eevee game because that also had very easy shiny hunting on it because you could see them on the overworld, much like in Legends Arceus. So you can see that's the red Gyarados. We got an Eevee from Pokemon Go, shiny Psyduck, lots of cute stuff there, a couple of Shelders, loads of Eevees from the last Eevee Community Day. That was very recent. That's only going back probably a couple of not weeks, but a couple of months maybe. Yeah, there you go. 14th of the 8th, so about 5 months or 6 months ago. So that's generation 1. There's a spare box for more generation 1 because it's bound to happen. Then we get into generation 2, and you see there's a lot of these from Pokemon Go. Possibly even the majority of that page is Pokemon Go. And those two as well. Generation 3, again, a lot of shinies from Pokemon Go. It's such an easy way to find shinies when they have a community day. You can just kind of stock up and just catch loads of them, which is awesome. So you see, I usually try and get one of each stage on the community days. So Evolve 1 and Evolve 2 if there's multiple evolutions. Then we get to Shiny Generation 4. So we got Gible, Gabite and Garchomp shinies from Go. And there's a Piplup. That was my shiny Lucario. That one I did have to breed for, but it was worth the effort because it was really cool looking. Shiny Shinx and Luxio. Over in Gen 5, again, lots and lots and lots of Pokemon Go. None of the Pokemon Go in Gen 6. I don't know if there's any Gen 6 in Pokemon Go yet. I haven't played Pokemon Go a lot lately. The Sylveon I'm quite proud of. And the Esper / Meowstic took a while to breed for as well. I do sometimes do shiny hunting on stream, so if you haven't seen me already, please do go and check out twitch.tv/JewelKnightJess. You might catch a shiny hunt live and in the wild. And yeah, so you've got some Generation 7, bit of Sun and Moon shinies. And then we're on to Generation 8, which is the most recent stuff. So obviously the two doggos there are event ones, and then these shinies here are ones which I've bred for because I haven't come across any wild shinies in Gen 8. They're all really from egg hatching. And that's it. And then apparently we've got a few more legends at the end there. So we've got a few Meltans, got about 3 Jirachis overall, a few Mews. Yeah, so it's nice and easy to get hold of a lot of the rare Pokemon. They do tend to give them out fairly regularly. I think it was towards the end of Gen 5 or Gen 6 when they basically gave away every single legendary over the mystery gifts over a course of weeks and months, which was really cool. So that's basically my Pokemon home tour. So I hope you enjoyed having a little look through. Are there any shinies in there which are your favourites? And I just can't wait really for the Pokemon home to be updated so we can actually upload stuff from the new games, because I do have some shinies on Brilliant Diamond, and I do obviously have a full box of shinies and more on Arceus already, so I'd like to get some of those put into home at the earliest opportunity as well. But yeah, that's it. That's my Pokemon Home tour as of the 11th of February 2022. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!